Hey up there, fellow gardeners and beekeepers. It's Kathy, the neighborhood gardener. This is just a quick last minute at the end of the day. It's about 8:20 in the evening, and I am just finishing up here on what I could get done today in the vegetable curbside garden. So let me just kind of give you a quick show. This is the bee garden that's been in there for a while, and everything is blooming in there just beautifully. I don't know how this lighting is going to show up, but it's a gorgeous, peaceful time out here. Nobody's out here but me, and I'm loving it. So this is the row of Yukon gold potatoes. You can see how beautiful they're growing. I put in marigolds on the front of the bed and at the edge of the bed that you can see down here, just to give it a little color, and also so it will help deter some pests. So the potatoes are growing so good. And the garlic, I think I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 puny garlic that is poking its head out there. That is shown up in this garden bed. I have onions, 6 onions, 3 on this side and 3 on the other side, that have not shown any seedlings yet, but we'll see. In this next section of the garden, this is where I had the sweet peppers planted. The weeds got so thick in there, I just couldn't tell what was a pepper and what was a weed because I didn't put weed block down. That was a mistake. So I just scrapped all that. I scraped it all out, cleaned it out, and I will replant on that. Just put some holes in and then put those seeds back in the ground. The pole beans, I have to just show you this. They are starting, these are doing wonderful. No pests on them. They're looking beautiful. And look, it's starting to vine up the trellis here. I'm hearing thunder. I finished just in time this evening. I was just bent on getting finished. So anyway, the pole beans are looking good. The bush beans, I ended up with just 4 of them coming out. They're all looking just beautiful as well, and no signs of any pests yet. And then again, I've got the marigolds on the end of that bed. Between each of these beds, I've got a 2-foot walkway of mulch that I've put down. I did go back and fix that because I did not have weed block under that. So I went in, took all the mulch up, put the block down and mulched it again. I did the same thing on this path here next to the bee garden. So going back and fixing some mistakes. Where the plants are and I have the pine straw, I did not go back and put weed block underneath this bed only. This bed right here is the bed that I did fix with weed block, or actually I put it in. I hadn't even started on this one yet, but here is fennel. I have to put markers out. This is a piece of fennel that my friend gave me from his garden, and you can see it's got new sprouts. And right down here, I've got 6 little areas all the way down here that is fennel seeds I planted. And then in the middle, right here, I've got long rows, 3 long rows, and I planted carrots in there, and I believe that is what is sprouting up in there. I don't think that is weeds. In the middle of that, I put my grandfather's fig tree. My grandfather had this in his yard. I don't know how long it was there, how many years. He's passed away, oh my goodness, 30, 40 years ago maybe. When he passed away, my mom dug it up and put it in her garden. And when she passed away, my brother dug it up and put it in his garden in St. Louis. And when I went back to visit, I took a rooted cutting and brought it home. This is the 2nd season, and it's just doing great. I don't see any figs on it, but it has made it through our winter here in Florida. And then on the other side, I repeated with 3 long rows of carrots, and they're sprouting up. And then at the end, there's 6 of the fennel seed. And on the other side of that, of course, is the 2-foot walkway for the curbside. And then this was what I was looking so forward to getting in. This is the blueberry patch. I found those pots and fell in love with them. And I have got 6 blueberries on each side, and then what is in the middle is an elderberry bush. And they're doing wonderful. Look at the berries on these. This actually is a great time of night to film because you can actually see some colors. And so I have 5 emerald blueberries, and then this one here on the far right is farthing. And I can't remember it, but I do believe the emerald blueberries that are in those 5 pots there, they will get a second flush of blueberries come out again this season. So that is the blueberry patch. I still want to fill that in and put some colorful flowers just to kind of accent that blue a little bit, but I thought that came out wonderful. So this is what I've done tonight. I have got 3 more garden beds put in. I amended all of the soil before I put that block down. I put cow manure and some organic gardening soil down. I had to actually till it by hand because for some reason I could not use my tiller in here because the roots in there were just unbelievable. As long as I've lived here for, 25 years or so, I've never seen anything in this whole curbside garden, but there were massive roots. I'll give you a quick look at that. But anyway, I had to shovel that, till it, and shovel it by hand, amended the soil. I did put fertilizer all in there, just really turned it over good, put in my 2-foot mulch paths. So I've got 1, 2, 3 garden beds that I still have to plant up. I'll just cut holes in there, and the soil underneath is nice and amended because it's just nothing but sandy soil under there. So that's as far as I've gotten. And this is the rest of this curbside garden here by the mailbox. So I have a plan with that. I am going to continue to carry over this 2-foot of mulch just to outline, and then I'm going to have a small area right in here. I'm going to figure out how I want to do that because there will be another 2-foot mulch path right alongside of this block here. And then you can see where I've kind of made a half pie shape there where that soil is around the mailbox. That is all going to be some just beautiful flowers. But so I am getting near the end. I've worked so hard out here today. I was just on a mission to get the rest of those garden beds in. So the hard work is done on that. So you can just kind of see how that curbside garden look is. And the flowers, for me, those are kind of like the icing on the cake. They're just gonna make this garden bed just look gorgeous. That magnolia tree, you can see how that is gone, and that lets so much light there. They will have a beautiful lawn once they get that reseeded and the irrigation system up and going. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the curbside garden. I appreciate you watching. I hope it inspires you in some way, and I appreciate you watching, and go out and just enjoy some blessings the rest of this weekend. Thanks again for watching.